Well, many of you may have the video game Guitar Hero in your home. Now, for those of you who don't, basically it's a simplified guitar connected to a TV, and you can play along to rock songs that like you're part of the band. And now some players really are part of the band. Keller 10's Emily Bockham joins us now live from Springfield Music with more. Emily.
Rob, this music store offers lessons, and teachers are noticing kids coming in with a renewed interest in music. At a time when many schools are cutting back on their music programs, kids are turning to Guitar Hero and eventually the real thing. After playing a few riffs on Guitar Hero, Mitchell Johnson was hooked.
It just got me to the closest thing of playing guitar.
Pretty soon he ditched the computerized guitar.
Yeah, and I move it up a whole step off the 12.
For a real 6-string.
In Guitar Hero, you only had the 5 frets and the 1 string, and this you had the 6 strings and 24 frets.
His teacher, Russ Wallace, says Guitar Hero is introducing a lot of kids Mitchell's age to music.
Those kids will get exposed to songs through that game that they maybe normally wouldn't hear. Then they come into me and they're like, hey, can you show me how to play that? I heard this cool riff by this new band.
Okay, so the Rolling Stones aren't exactly a new band, but it's enough to keep Guitar Hero disciples like Mitchell busy.
It's not something that translates directly. It's good for exposure, learning.
Mitchell learned he had to go from hero to zero because playing Guitar Hero is a lot easier than playing the actual guitar.
You would think you're an expert at guitar from being an expert at Guitar Hero, but then you have to go through the whole process of learning what parts of the guitar are, what frets are, what the strings are, and what string is which. Yeah, it was a lot harder. You didn't start rocking out.
Rocking out took about a year and a half of lessons. Wallace says Guitar Hero brought classic rock to a new generation.
The enthusiasm is high, and they're wanting to learn how to play the actual song on the guitar.
If it wasn't for Guitar Hero, I wouldn't be playing the instrument.
And now that he's traded up to the real thing, he hardly ever goes back.
I don't really play a lot of Guitar Hero anymore since I have my real guitar.
Rob, recently on our news partner KSFX, you featured the Springfield band M-Doc on your weekly band segment. Well, that group of adult musicians recently invited 12-year-old Mitchell to play in a real gig with them. He said he was a little nervous, but living out his dream was a blast. And Rob, I just want you to know, I've been practicing for you. I just learned an E chord. Sound pretty good? What do you think, Rob?
Emily Bockham, you get an A for effort. Now, has his teacher, oh my, has his teacher ever tried Guitar Hero?
You know, he has tried. He told us he's played the actual guitar for about 15 years, so pretty much an expert by now, but he picked up a Guitar Hero. He said he's horrible at the game. He finds it a little too oversimplified, and people always expect him to be the best at it, but he's not. But he is thrilled that it's inspired a lot of kids to pick up the guitar.
And you picked one up, and hopefully you set it down quickly because my ears hurt. Emily Bockham reporting live.
That's how I feel when you've seen in the newsroom, Rob.
Thanks, Emily.